Unmuting the chat. Let me adjust our little
Oogity
screen a bit more.
boogity.
Why did this always unadjust? I swear. Great way to start the stream. Hello, everyone who might be watching us. This is
Ohayou gozaimasu.
the first. Yes, already back from Japan. Already still in the mode of it. Anyway, this is.
Sorry.
Hey man, I was there. I feel it. So, this is the Dungeon Folks. Our D&D Dungeons and Dragons live stream campaign here at the Young Folks. I'm super excited to get it going. And so the goal is to be meeting up every Monday from like around 6 to 8, as we are doing right about now. And yeah, I'm just super excited to play this. This is going to be a homebrew campaign of my own. It's more of we're going to be playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons for anyone who cares about that. I love that edition. It's the only one I really know, or at least know like to a T. And then this is going to be a campaign that's more political intrigue, urban crime drama. So I'm really excited to start it up. I'm Alexander Suffolk. I'm going to be the Dungeon Master, if you haven't figured that out from me spieling about my campaign. I am joined here with 3 of the players. You can see our starring. It's the classic meme of D&D. It's hard to wrangle everybody together all the time. But here we go. We have enough people to start, and so we're going to start.
And we all have beards.
We all have we are so the stereotype right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
good
God.
Lord. We're 4 white dudes with beards, and 2 of us with glasses. So,
I wear glasses. I'm just not wearing them.
well,
right now.
fuck you.
I'm only nearsighted.
Okay, well, yeah. Anyway,
Okay, so I don't want to interrupt you, but did the scene actually change over? I'm like watching.
Yes.
I haven't seen it change.
it has.
It did now.
Wait, what? It hasn't changed?
Yeah,
Can you? Oh, that's not good. What about now?
I'm refreshing just to make sure it's not me. Okay, now we
It
go.
is
There
like
we
All right.
it is like 30 seconds
go.
behind.
Oh, it went back. It
Okay.
went back. It was. I gave it like 2 minutes before I said something. I
Okay,
was like,
but
okay.
it is showing our faces now, right?
Yes, we are good now.
All right, sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore that unless there is a problem, in which case someone flag me.
Yeah, we're good.
But yeah, without
Noted.
further ado, well, first introduce yourselves as the real people before we get into the fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Who am I joined today? Who are my players?
Evan, hi.
Hey,
I just
That's
got back.
it.
I woke up 2 hours ago, so I got tons of energy.
nice. That's sleep deprived D&D is best D&D.
Yeah.
It's actually not, but you know it's interesting.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm taking a break from writing a thing for my day job that doesn't involve the young folks to be here today. Hi.
That's the best part of D&D. Ignoring
Welcome to your
reality.
break.
Yeah,
It's full of math.
Oh yes, the one subject I was awful at school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not physics.
No, you had to take like math to get into physics, and I.
Yeah,
couldn't
dude,
do
physics
Oh, right.
is just super math.
Physics is
It is.
also
It is.
not D&D, so
that. Thank God.
That's
As
true.
you-
thank
the
God.
Lord.
Keep anybody who brings up physics, I just say, you know what? No, your spell fails. Don't get don't get into it with me. And then
What velocity at which does a fireball travel?
yeah, no, just it's magic, dude.
None of that. I don't
Anyway,
have to explain it. It's
yeah, so I
magic.
guess I should like say for anyone who does care about like nitty-gritty stuff, I'm running with a few homebrew rules. I have like a sort of I'm trying out a new initiative system with enemies just to make it easier on myself. In my game, DM inspiration is just an automatic success that you can have in the pocket. I hate when like you use it for advantage and you still fail. That sucks. So it's an instant success. And then I have a few other rules, and I'll mention them if they come up, but it's really minor stuff. Anyway, without further ado, are you guys ready to jump into Dungeons and Dragons?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I actually just realized my notebook for this has become a Hobbit: The Unexpected Journey journal that I bought years ago and never used, and it's got dwarf runes on the back.
Dude,
You're on brand.
That's on brand. That is on message.
Because Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson basically shoplifted vast parts of Lord of the Rings for this game when they made it in the early 70s.
To be
He's
fair-
also playing a dwarf.
yeah.
I am a dwarf. Yeah, that's the
That's
funny
what
part.
I meant.
All
That's
right.
what I was like.
Well,
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Well, we'll get
Yeah.
into it.
God bless
So-
Arneson and Gygax because they've both now passed away. But yeah, a lot of this is taken from Lord of the Rings.
Well, to be fair,
That's
he
That's okay.
he didn't like Lord of the Rings. He just felt compelled to put it all in there because people wouldn't stop bugging him about it because everyone else loved Lord of the Rings. So,
What a
Sounds about
hipster
right.
trash.
but anyway,
What hipster
this
trash.
isn't a history camp. This isn't a history stream. It's a game stream, and we're about to begin right now. I wish I could play music on the stream, but anyway,
Oh no.
it's okay. We'll
You
just
want me to do it from like my phone so it sounds super compressed?
No, it's fine. You'll just have to listen to my words and be lulled into it that way. So
Okay.
we are beginning now.
How do we do that?
The king has been slain. It is all you've heard the other passengers talk about throughout your entire voyage on the great ferry boat, the HMS Neostar. You've been on this boat for 3 weeks now, holed up in moderately cramped accommodations, eating mostly fish, biscuits, jerky, and dried fruits. It's a bit of a pain, but it will all be worth it when you reach the great city of Vaalaman, or as the locals call it, the jungle. There you'll start your new lives and seek your own fortunes. Though today, it appears fortune isn't on your side. All of you are awakened in the early morning with a loud banging on your bedroom doors, and shouts that all passengers must gather their things and wait aboard on the deck. There's been a murder on the ship, and the guards need empty space to investigate. You're all shuffled through tight and narrow wooden hallways, packed with all the other immigrants until you were met with the salty sea smell of open air on the ocean. The guards, men in fine coats of silver and black, usher you all over to the deck of the ship into various groupings. The three of you are placed together against any reservation, or are placed together against any reservation you might have had, and in your group there's only one other woman. She wears a red dress, and she's looking rather anxious on the proceedings. Then most of the guards leave back downstairs, leaving only a paltry 3 to watch over the entire deck. Also watching over you all is a human man up by the wheel. He's looking down upon everyone with a grimace and a cigar in his mouth. His black coat has far more adornments of silver, marking him as the senior officer. Everyone else looks scared or confused. Well, this isn't what I was expecting, the woman in the red dress says. But there's no use just sitting here idle. We might as well all introduce ourselves. I'm Elenoa. Who are all you?
Who introduces first? You talk first. You talk first. I talk first.
Do you say that out loud?
I am Flint, a dwarf that's been lost in the sea for a very long time, formerly of the clan Fireforge.
Well meant, Flint of the Fireforge. What do you seek in the city? Or the jungle, they call it.
Usually come places here looking for work. Seems like it's got enough people that could possibly, book me for some mercenary or bodyguarding jobs, or potentially might find treasures that I bring with me of certain value.
Well, hopefully there's plenty to be found there. I mean, that's why we're all going, right? And she looks over to the other two of you, and you, and you.
The name is Karnov, and I don't have a story to tell you.
Could you describe what your character looks like for the group and the...
Yes. I am a native tiefling. I'm adorned with 2 large horns that come out of the cloak I wear over my head. I am most noteworthy for the paleness of my skin, which goes against what you would traditionally expect my species to appear as. It's somewhat unsettling for someone with quite a design. And I have trouble answering questions about it.
And unsettling it certainly is. As you can see, Elenoa is like actively sort of inching away from you, very slowly, but noticeably. And Karnov, you can't help but notice that as you look around the deck, pretty much everyone at some point, like their eyes looking around, find you and lingers on you. Some in just sort of confusion, because tieflings are rather rare throughout all the reaches. And some just stare at you with unbridled fear. But you're used to this, I imagine.
It's no surprise.
And she looks to the only other human in this group. And who might you be?
Oh shit! Name. Think of a name. Merritt, I guess, is what I told the guy. Oh shit!
Eric?
Merritt. Is that not your name?
Yes, it is now. That's all you get.
Okay. She looks rather confused and downtrodden. Just, what do you think happened?
Why is everyone looking at me? No one is looking at him.
No one is looking at you. No one. Nobody.
No.
There's several groups that are about on the deck. There is a sort of a small family of dragonborn off in one corner, all of them bearing the same silver scales. There's a couple of just merchant-looking types, just all sort of angrily arguing with the guard and very like just gesticulating with all their hands, very emphatically expressing that they should be going down and they shouldn't have been awoken in their sleep. And the guard just like nodding and nodding and nodding, like a guy working retail on Black Friday. Just so the crowd is not looking too great, other than the guy who's still watching above everyone. Just looks like he doesn't care about anything. Smoking his cigar.
Well, if you insist on small talk, clearly a crime has been committed.
But why?
And as a result, everyone's been woken from their sleep for who knows whatever reason.
They think one of us did it, obviously.
Do you think?
Look, it's been weeks. I haven't had anything to drink. I just want to get off this goddamn ship and go to wherever the hell we're supposed to be going.
We're going...
Surprisingly, I agree with the liar.
She looks rather confused at that. All right.
You know something, Tiefling?
Ryan, is your audio cutting out a little bit?
I think you're cutting out.
Oh, that's not good. Day one of the stream. Okay, I heard you there. We heard... we cut you off. We heard, you know something, Tiefling, and then it cut out.
I know enough to pay attention.
Are you a spellcaster by any means?
I don't have things to tell you.
Then neither do I.
What a charming group of individuals we've got on this ship here.
Yeah.
Quite you.
Well,
Everybody
If he talks,
thinks
I don't have to.
hopefully the matter is resolved. And you turn and you look, and the woman is now gagging on a spear that is jutting through one cheek and poking at the mouth, the other barb sitting right into her throat. All of a sudden,
shit.
you hear everyone muttering about the ship. What? There's something in the water! There's something in the water! Pandemonium starts ensuing. The three guards, and then you see the guy with the cigar, and he says, shit, and he throws it out into the water. He runs down to the stairs. And everyone just starts freaking out. They don't know what to do, and you see crawling out from the ocean and up the board of the ship, two figures, scales, fins, heads like sharks, but bodies like men, and they look at you. They surround the three of you. You watch as the seawater burbles out from their gills as they stand and they growl at you in a threatening way. I'd like everyone to roll initiative. This is
I need a dice rolling app.
Do you want me to roll for you?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on,
Sure.
for future reference, what kind of dice do I need to roll for that?
D20, the one with all the little numbers on it. These
Okay.
ones. All right, so I'm rolling for you too, Ryan.
Sure.
All right, so you guys both get 14 actually. It's just the dice rolled. Okay.
That's okay. Mine's 5.
Yours is 5. Okay, sweet.
Oops.
All right. So then, Merritt, and then Evan. What was yours? What was your name again? Flint, right?
Flint.
Flint. Okay. Man, music adds a lot to this. I'm realizing.
I'm actually listening to just a Lord of the Rings playlist in the background, so it's okay.
I mean, I could.
Very quietly.
I mean, I could play some for the stream, but then you guys can't hear it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just kind of playing it for myself.
I don't want to get flagged on Twitch.
Yeah, that too. So.
Well, yeah, you could get like the D&D playlist or like a generic one or just whatever.
Right. So I need to listen a better way.
should we be making logs of our actions, by the way?
Yeah, but it's not as vital right now. So,
Okay.
Bit. All right. So here, this is you, Flint. This is the little dwarf guy.
Okay.
Karnov. I don't have a tiefling, but I do have a sorcerer, so this will be you, the little fireball.
Sounds good.
And then for Merritt, I have a little dagger man, so this will be you, Ryan.
Wonderful.
All right, so you are here. This is the edge of the ship. Here is the water. You've been grouped off over to sort of the edge by the railing. And climbing over it are two sharkmen that flank you.
Sharkman!
Sharkmen!
Merman, Pa! Merman!
Who flank the two of you. So. Yes, they look like, let's see if I can angle this right. No, well, they look like that.
Okay.
Anyway. And there was one face to face with you, Flint. Oh, I'm hella far from my mic. What am I doing? There is one who's face to face with you, Flint, and another who's staring you right in the face, Merritt. So, but luckily, you two go first.
Okay. And then did we just roll that?
Yeah, that was
For
initiative.
initiative? Okay, so we rolled 14.
Yeah, so you guys are both in the same little like initiative block, so you can choose who wants to go first among the two of you, but you both are basically acting at the same time.
I'm waiting to see what the dwarf does.
Okay, dwarf, go
Okay.
first. You got a shark man staring you right in the face.
Yep, I got a shark man staring me in the face. I'm gonna take a look at my options here, and I guess I will. Oh wait, do I already have something equipped?
Well, you have all your stuff next to you. You
I have all my stuff.
You can pull your sword out. That's a free action.
Okay, as in it's not. Is it an action that takes up a turn?
No.
Preparing a weapon like that.
You had your weapon at your side. You gathered all your things.
I have it ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to make an attack at it with my longsword then.
Sweet. Okay. So, do you need me to roll dice for you again, or?
Is it a D20?
It is a D20.
I have a thing open, ready to go.
Go for it, and then add 5.
15.
And then did you add 5 to it, or was that 15? Was that 15 on the dice?
I did 15 on the dice plus 5, so 20.
So 20. That definitely hits. So now you roll a
Okay.
D8 and add 3.
Okay. Total 15. No, I'm sorry, 4.
4. Okay.
So 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay.
Sounds good. All right, so instantly, as soon as the shark man leaps over, you're ready, blade at the side, your dwarven fighting instincts already burning through, and you just hack out at this man's kneecap, and it gargles as you slice through. It's a minor cut, but it's still enough to wound him and make him all the more angry at you. Merritt, it is your turn.
All right. I don't like fighting. Yes, I stab him. I take out my my dagger and try to stab him. I guess this time.
Go for it. Okay, so do you want me to roll for you again, or do you have your stuff?
All right. So I just put roll 1, 2, just to go. All right. So it gives me a 10 from the D20.
Okay, and then you add your modifier. Your attack bonus, I think, is plus 5. Because your dexterity is plus 3, right?
Yeah, sure enough, it is.
Yeah, so then that's plus 5, so that would be a 15. And that is enough to hit him. So you roll your d4 and add 3 to it for damage.
That gives me a 3 straight on.
All right. So was that 3 on the dice, or was that 3 on the
A D4.
So it, what did you roll on the dice?
10, and I rolled the 3 on the D4.
You roll a 3 on the d4, so it's 3 plus 3 from your dex, so you do 6 damage to him.
Groovy.
Nice. He is not happy about that. So, as he started thrusting the spear towards you, like gargling at you, you sort of dodge away from the spear, and where you see his elbow, you just slide your dagger right into it. He reels it back in pain. And now it is their turn, and they are not happy. So
This is why I don't like fighting.
so against you, Flint. I mean, no, not. Sorry, Merritt first. Against you, Merritt. This will be a. Ooh, okay, so that is an 18 plus 3, so that is a 21 to hit your armor class. I assume that hits. Okay.
Cool.
I know that hits. I just know it. So then that is that. So you take 7 points of piercing damage as a spear just lands into your shoulder. And then after he stabs you, he pulls back and rears in for a bite on that same wound. And that is an 8 plus 3, so that's an 11 to hit you. What's your armor, Ryan?
Armor is 14.
Okay, so the 11 will miss. So after you take 7 points of damage from that spear, the shark man rears back and tries to chomp at you, and you just dodge out of the way, and it goes and it's just snapping like jaws at you. Against you, Flint, your fish man does the same thing. He goes for the spear, and he rolls a 2 plus 3, so that's a 5 to hit you. That is not higher than your armor, I imagine.
No, my armor is 16.
So he misses. He stabs out with the spear, but it just scrapes by your breastplate. Think, doesn't even dent you. Barely scratches it. Nothing happens. But then in his rage, he just and swats at you with his claw. And that will be a 10 to hit you as he rolls a 7. So this also does not hit. So as he swipes out with you, you catch his hand with your sword and just flick it away. Karnov, it is now your turn.
Okay, question. Are these mermen wearing any type of armor?
No. It does not. They both have like sort of like a seashell on their shoulders and a loincloth, but nothing in terms of like metal or anything like that.
That shit's indecent.
Yeah, you're about to see some shark bits if you cut a little too low.
Shark bait.
Shark bait.
Shark bait.
Ooh ha ha.
Okay, so I'll target.
Yeah,
we have a range of.
You're currently in the middle here.
Yeah. Do we have a range of movement at all?
Yes, you can move. As a tiefling, you have a movement of 30 feet, so you can move 6 squares on this map.
Okay.
In any direction.
Let me move. Let me double check my range of what I want to do here. I want to make sure I'm actually following this correctly.
Yes, know your spells.
Like, I read it, and now I'm like, I should probably move before I try to cast it.
Yeah, what are you trying to cast?
So it's I have Firebolt as a cantrip. I just don't remember.
That is a
exactly
ranged attack. You probably want. It's like it's got a hefty range. It's like 60 to 100 feet. Either way, you'd be fine moving and basically anywhere on this map and hitting one target with a Firebolt.
Oh. All right, let me move. Let me move 30. Just straight back.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And then I'm going to target the merman facing. What was his fake name he gave? I thought I heard
Merritt.
Merritt.
Merit.
Like worth your merits. Yes, you can call him Eric if you want.
Okay. Merritt. Okay.
Go ahead.
And then I will target that merman with a firebolt cantrip.
All right, roll your attack.
20.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
First crit of the day. All right, so that is twice the dice. So that would be 2d10 of fire damage.
Okay. First number is 9.
Good.
Second number is 8.
So that's 17.
Yep.
Total. Very nice. Okay. That's basically just what you needed. So you watch as this bone white tiefling sort of just calmly walks away from your combat, pivots around, and throws a bolt of fire. And you watch in front of you, Merritt, as this shark man just is a wreath in flames and starts to sizzle, and it smells almost like a fish fry. And it croaks out into the air and falls over dead.
And I shout to him as that happens. To answer your previous question, yes.
Oh yeah, Merritt, you've witnessed a great feat of magic, and you are perturbed.
Did a filthy wizard just save my life?
Well, it is now your turn, Merritt.
How far can I run away from this body?
From this body, you could run to the other end of the ship, but there are a lot of people sort of all struggling with their own fish monsters at the moment. So ideally, you could basically.
I walk closer to the wizard that I don't like.
Okay, so you dart over, and you look back, and you see your dwarf friend face to face with this shark man, and you, I guess, have some greetings with your wizard friend.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna save my life, I might as well stick with you.
Oh,
Yeah, for now.
joy.
All right, that's fair.
Wonderful friendship.
So, Flint, it is now your turn.
Okay. What's the status of the fishman in front of me?
He has taken a hit, but he seems to be largely still in fighting shape. He is bleeding a little bit from his leg, but he still seems raring to go.
Okay. Let me see.
And as far as you know, you heard a great sizzling and crying behind you, so you assume that the other fishman is dead.
Well, right. I would assume I also turned around to see the sizzling myself. So I guess I'm just going to attack. Move forward, attacking the fishman, so I can move on with my day.
All right. Do you want to move around him in any way? Right now, you're still just toe to toe. It's up to you. You don't have to.
No, I'm just gonna roll.
All right, go for it.
Hack
at him again.
18,
What a champ.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
That definitely hits.
Okay.
So roll your
Let's
damage.
see. So sorry, I'm just making notes here.
No problem.
Roll my damage modifier 3. We've got a total of 5.
Total of 5 damage.
Yep.
Sounds good, my man. So now you slice over at his shoulder, his exposed one, with the one without a conch, and you carve into it, and you see a little bone sticking out of it, and he goes and rears back in a horrible, blood-curdling scream, and then he stabs at you again.
Okay.
And he does poorly. He rolls a 10 to hit you. And I assume 10 does not hit your armor. It was 16.
It does not.
Yeah, so he rolls a 10. And so he just starts, he's getting sloppy because he's mad and in pain. And he just stabs out at you, and you just sort of like, tink, flick away his spear aside with your sword. And he just, and goes in for a bite. Just more out of blind malice than anything else. And
Okay.
that is a natural 19 to bring it up to a 22. That'll hit you.
Okay. So he did roll 22 and hit me.
Yep. And you take 2 points of piercing damage as you feel row upon row of shark teeth start to gnaw through the chain, your chainmail.
Ugh.
Where did he bite me on?
Probably around like your clavicle area, sort of near your shoulder.
Okay.
And he sort of just and tries to rip into you, realizes there's a lot of metal in the way, and then pulls back. Karnov, it is now your turn again.
Wizard, can you save this dwarf? He entertains me.
if it will quiet you, I'm not going to take any movement, and I'm just going to target the other merman.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cast my firebolt again, because I am definitely allowed to do that.
Yep. Go for it.
That's a 3.
So +5, I imagine.
Yes, +5.
So that will be an 8, and that will not hit, unfortunately.
No,
So you're sort of
it will
lazily like, I guess, and you sort of flick your wrist, and since you don't look, you shoot the firebolt at the same moment that the shark man bit into the dwarf, so it flies off into nowhere and fizzles out and almost hits a seagull.
not.
And now it is back to Merritt and Flint.
I do nothing.
Who goes
with my
first?
turn.
You do nothing. All right, that's fair.
I nauseatingly look over at the other two and continue to attack the fisherman.
Go for it.
La, 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 as I hear Enya in my ear.
And yeah,
Uh,
the perfect battle music. Let it be.
So it looks like I got a 9 with my buffer.
So a 9 is that, and that's after your modifier. 9 total.
Yeah,
That will not
Yeah.
hit, unfortunately. So
of course.
you slash at it, and he just bounces off your sword with its spear. Merritt, you're still doing nothing?
I have only 3 hit points left. What else can I do?
That's fair. That's fair. All right. So then it'll go back to the Sahuagin, as they are called. And he's noticed, as he's staring at you, Flint, it starts sniffing, and it smells your blood. And you see as its pupils dilate, and it focuses in with a greater fury at the same wound. And he rolls with
Oh,
advantage.
great. Oh, fun.
So that is a 20 to hit you, not natural.
Great.
And so you take 7 points of piercing damage.
So that's 9 total.
Yeah, as you feel the spear stab into you.
Fucking great. Okay. So I got 5 hit points left.
And then he goes at you with a claw as well, as soon as he pulls back the spear.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled a 5 on both of those dice, so that'll be an 8 to hit you, even with advantage.
Wait, so I'm dead.
No, he missed.
Oh.
He rolled 5 to hit,
Oh, he rolled 5 to hit, not
not for
Not-
damage.
okay, not
That
for
would have
damage.
been
I-
a great way to start.
I rolled
Yeah.
literally. I rolled with advantage. He got a 5 on both dice. So yeah, he's really fucking up today. Karnov, it is back to you.
Got another one?
Okay. Now that you're being snarky, I'm just gonna do it again. I'm gonna use a different dice though. Okay, another firebolt, no movement, because why not? How about 13 plus 5, 18.
That'll hit. Roll your d10.
6.
6 points of damage to the shark man.
The one in front of me?
The one in front of you.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
So you watch Flint as he gets wreathed in flame. And his entire right shoulder is now burnt to a crisp and sort of flaky, sort of like an Anakin Skywalker Revenge of the Sith vibe, you know what I mean?
My shoulder?
No, his. It just got
okay.
fire bolted. But he's still looking at you, and now he's looking at the man who just threw a fire at him, and he's looking between the two of you, and he's not sure what he wants to do, but he's pissed. And now,
Okay.
Merritt and Flint, it is your turns.
My turn first?
Well, that depends. Does Merritt want to do anything?
Right now, no.
All right. So I guess this human with daggers sort of walked away. Is standing next to you.
He's
The tiefling.
committed to doing jack all. That's what he's doing.
I'm assuming he's picking his nose. So Flint, it is now you then.
So what direction is the merman facing?
It's looking between the two of you. You don't know what.
Okay, so I'm head on with it still.
Yeah, you're still head on with it.
Okay, I'm gonna go around towards the side of it,
All right, like right there,
and then
or right here, right here.
kind of yeah, kind of like about 180 almost.
Okay, so
maybe
just
like
right,
90. Yeah.
right behind him.
Yeah, and I'll attack him with my longsword, and I'm going to roll me d20s
Yep.
with my 5 modifier, right?
Yep.
And I got a 14.
Uh-huh.
Is that hit?
That does hit. 14 will hit.
All right, so our damage looks like 5.
5 points of damage. Okay.
Okay.
So you run up, you dart behind it, and it's looking you catch it as it glimpses over at the tiefling, and you take that as your moment to slide behind it and then stab it in the back, and it's just like, and it looks like it's just barely clinging on for dear life, and it is now its turn. And being stupid enough to think that this magic man somehow summoned a sword behind him, he's going to start running that direction. But before he does, Flint, you get an attack of opportunity. Which means you can use your reaction to attack him one more time as he tries to run. So go for it.
Huzzah!
Do I roll my initiative again, or do I roll damage?
You just roll to attack. Just the d20.
Roll. Oh, so d20 and then d8.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I used initiative the wrong place. So I got a 16 for rolling attack.
Uh-huh.
And
16 will hit.
For damage.
11
for damage.
11 for damage. So you watch as he starts to run back, and he turns his back to you, and you see the wound that you just opened up, and you're just like, oh no. And you stab your sword right into it and cleave him clean in half before he can even take another step.
Ooh.
You have successfully killed the Sharkman.
Thank God. Is it edible?
Is it edible? I
We've
mean,
had a lot of fish already, apparently.
I mean, basically everything is, right?
Just
Okay. Can I rip off his arm or leg and just gnaw on it since it's been fried already?
Make a survival check.
Survival check?
Yeah.
This is the first survival check I've ever seen in a D&D game.
Wait, why? Is this not an uncommon action?
Yeah, basically in my game, anything vaguely Bear Grylls-esque is a survival check.
Okay, well, my survival is 3.
Yeah, so roll the d20 and add 3.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So 3 modifier, 10.
10. All right. I mean, it's not graceful, but you know, you eat fishmen for breakfast, literally.
You know what?
You hack off.
Okay. Save the rest of my food. This is cooked in front of me.
You hack off his arm and start biting into it. It's a little chewy. It's a little salty. But you know, it's actually surprisingly a little bit better than some of the nights you've had here.
I bump the tiefling in the shoulder and say thanks for breakfast.
hey, tiefling, this dwarf is insane. Why don't we stick around him?
We're still on a boat. I don't think we have a choice.
So you hear all of a sudden the marching of many men as from coming forth from the door, all of the guards that were downstairs all now rushing out onto the deck. They all start engaging the rest of the Sharkmen. They start carving into them with short swords. And they start just securing and causing peace and throwing back all the rest of the Sharkmen. The Sharkmen eventually retreat back into the water, those that aren't slayed or eaten, of course. And then right as you're beginning to just really chew into that arm, Flint, you see the guy who was chewing the cigar walking down towards the group of you.
That motherfucker.
And as he's approaching, you see that he has dark brown hair and is all the way slicked back, almost sort of like not really a mullet, but it's a bit longer in the backs. He's got a huge set of mutton chops that go into a mustache. And he's got all these fine silver buttons that adorn his perfectly black vest, and he has 2 swords also at his hips. And he looks at all of you, and he sees the 2 dead fishmen down on the ground. He's like, "All right, looks like you guys can hold your own."
Yeah, you from New York?
A little bit.
A little bit. Sorry.
Well, thank the gods. Now, okay, the name's Axel Thorne. I'm maintaining order on this mission. And I don't usually do this, but I'm in a bit of a pickle. And I'm gonna need to conscript you. You hear me?
Did he say conscript?
Conscript, yes.
Conscript.
Yeah.
What's in it for me?
Gold, most likely. Maybe something else.
Gold, you say?
Yeah, so
Okay, now we're talking my language.
you might have heard there's been a bit of a murder on this ship. And,
Told you it was a crime.
between yous and me's, it was the royal envoy.
And why would we believe that it was the royal envoy?
Roll an insight check. If you
So
want.
what's my... Hold on, what's my modifier?
It's
for
plus.
that?
It's plus 3. We discussed this.
Oh, right. My insight was plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Yeah. He's speaking you with like he's like sweating. His eyes are like huge. He's he looks like he's a man who's in deep shit right now. So he's talking about this is serious. I'm not
Okay.
messing with you guys.
Okay.
He's like,
Now
now listen, I don't really give a damn about acquiring all the rest of his goods. You can keep those for yourself if you find them. I just want this little fucker who caused a bad day on my ship to fucking die. Yeah? You get him, you kill him,
Okay.
you get the gold. How's that sound?
I can dig it.
Bro,
Huh?
Fair enough. Okay, so here's the thing. My boys, they gotta stay up here to maintain order. You know, they found, somebody was throwing out the barrels of chum that attracted the fishmen. Somebody wanted to cause this diversion. We need to find him. My men have, narrowed it down to one hallway. But obviously we can't go in there ourselves because we gotta protect the people. There's gonna be goddamn chaos if we don't. So, go down there, find the hall guarded by my man, tell him, Axel says, fuck off, let us pass. He'll know it's from me. Savvy?
So let me get this straight. I can get revenge on the person who has inconvenienced me this morning and do damage to the royal family.
Well,
And make some dough.
the damage to the royal family has already been done, my friend. But to the first point, yes, most indeed.
Very well.
All right. Sounds good. Off you go, then.
Yeah, which way is it?
So he sort of points over to the door where all the other guards came from. And he sort of walks you over, and you walk across the ship. Things are settling down now. The people are sort of like clutching their families and looking terrified. There's several dead shark men corpses littering the ship as you walk away. And you see just the woman who was in the red dress that you were standing next to just unceremoniously thrown over the edge of the boat with all the other innocent lives who have been lost. So you walk down through the steps, and Axel sort of navigates you and sort of points down to the hallway you're supposed to go. You walk through wooden hallways, up, down stairs. It looks sort of like a cruise ship, but, you know, shitty and small. And eventually you come to a guard standing here in his black cloak with silver all over it. And he sort of looks at you and he's like, the civilians should not be down here.
Quiet. We were told to tell you that Axel says fuck off and let us pass.
Yeah, that sounds like him. All right, go ahead.
What undignified. All right.
So you walk past him, and you all find yourselves in a cramped wooden hallway, and you feel slightly sickened at the sight of the whole thing slowly rocking back and forth as the ship passes over waves. You see streaks of blood on the floor. There are 2 doors to your left, and there are 2 to your right. One with double doors at the far end of the hall. What would you like to do, and who's going first?
You cannibal dwarf.
Are you calling me a fish?
You ate a
whatever.
person. You ate a thing with sentience.
Yeah, and it was fried and delicious. Thank you very much. It was a delicacy. All right, so where's the dude that we're supposed to kick in the ass?
You know he's somewhere in this hallway. You don't know where. You see you see
Can
blood on the
I
floor.
Can I do a check for perception?
Yes, roll a perception check.
I don't know. Would that help me here?
Yes, it would.
I got a 6.
Just a 6?
Yeah.
You're looking around, and as you're starting to looking, the boat sort of lurches, and you sort of stumble a bit, and you don't really get a good look at anything here.
Damn it. Okay.
Describe the doors in the hallway. Are they like open doors or are they closed doors?
They're all closed.
All right. I put my ear to the first door and roll a perception check.
Okay, so you walk past the threshold into the hallway and over to the first door? Yes, you walk to the first door? To the left? All right. As you go, I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
What do I need to do for that one?
It is a D20, and then your Constitution save.
Wow, natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay, good. So you only take 1
My
point.
constitution is...
No, you're good. It doesn't matter. Natural 20 will win it. So you take 1 point of poison damage. As you walk into the hallway, you feel your foot hit a wire, and think it snaps, and you hear, and just a lone little dart shoots out from a little contraption jerry-rigged to the wall and hits you right in the shoulder, and you feel yourself starting to slow a little bit, but you shake it off as minor inconvenience. You've had many drunken stupors. This was nothing to you. So, just 1 point of damage. That's it. But someone has laid a trap. You all notice.
Shit.
So,
Stupid things I get into for gold.
So the first door on the left, you say? Or do you say...
Put my ear to the door, yeah.
On the left or the right?
My ear too.
Ryan, are you going to the door on the left or the right?
Left.
Left, okay. So you put your ear to the door? Nothing. Silence. You hear water rushing under the ship, but that's about it.
All right, guys. There's traps, I guess, here.
Yep. You can also take a short rest whenever you guys want, if you're willing to wait a half hour to catch your breath, heal a little bit. That is up to you. Although you are awkwardly just standing in a cramped hallway right now, so maybe this isn't the best room for it.
Yeah, maybe not. I might press on if I'm. Oh wait, is it my turn again yet? Or
Yeah, we're out of combat, so you can do whatever.
We're out of combat.
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want.
Do I have to regain my ability to do a perception check?
No, you can keep doing it.
All right, I'm gonna give it another go, and hopefully the boat doesn't rock this time. And I got an 18.
You rolled an 18. That's
Yep.
good. So looking down with an 18, you see that the streaks of blood lead from the second door to the left, and they are headed towards the door in the back. And you also see by the door in the back, there is one more of those little tripwires.
I'm gonna very cautiously, as I move towards the second door, open it and look in before I open it too much.
Okay, you see, just sort of looking over it, they're very small, sort of like, like cruise rooms. They're pretty small.
Small cabin doors.
Yeah. So you see before you a bed with white sheets, soaked red and beginning to turn brown. Obviously blood. There's also bloody footprints and a bloody streak, implying that a corpse was dragged out. And you also see a large white sack in the corner of the room.
Well, chums, I think a murder was committed here. Think?
Well, yeah, definitely. I want to check to see what's in the white sack.
Okay, so you walk over. I'd like you to roll an investigation check. That'd be intelligence, so it's probably just a straight roll for you, just 0.
Oh, jeez. All right, I guess I'm not the right person for that, but I'll for a 20, right?
Yep.
3. Even.
All right, so you stick your
God damn it.
You stick your hand in, and there's like a bunch of crap in here. It's like digging through like, a woman's like gigantic purse and trying to find the lip balm. You just can't. You feel a bunch of stuff, and the only thing you really pull out is a book. It looks like a leather lined journal, and you know there's other stuff in there, but you just can't really figure out what else is there.
Could be worse.
Another
Hmm.
dart.
So you have a book. It could have been a dart.
Is it empty or does it have stuff in it?
The book.
Yeah.
Yeah, you open it and it seems to be a journal. It is written in common.
Okay.
With common script. Obviously, it seems to be like it was a human's hand, maybe a half elf.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Do you read it or do you just kind of flip through or close it?
I'll flip through it.
You flip through it and you see it's dated. It's a journal, sort of like a log of whoever this guy did. You see one day sort of outlining a meeting with a wizard over in the other side of the world in the northern reaches. You also see sort of a page, just sort of like a diary entry. It's all about being stressed about returning home to the princess. She needs me. And then towards the end, where there's like the last pages of writing, you see that there's several accounts of this man on the boat with a crazed look in his eye that's always staring at him and smiling. And that's the last you read in the journal.
So this character here, I don't know if this guy is if this belongs to the person that was murdered or not, but if it is, it's possible that this may be connected to the kidnapped princess that we heard about.
You said he was a wizard?
There's a mention of a wizard.
Yeah, this guy was going. This guy was
He
going.
was going to meet a wizard. I think.
You discern that he left to go visit a wizard, and it was uneventful, and he was coming back from that, and that's how he was on this boat.
Uneventful, dwarf. Tell me the name of the wizard.
The wizard.
It doesn't mention anything about the wizard other than that he went to go meet him.
The wizard's name is Gaspard.
Oh, thank God. I mean,
Gaston.
nothing. Why would I say, oh, thank God about some guy meeting a wizard? Never mind.
Look, I'm uninterested in kidnapped princesses. Let's find this smiling man and get this over with.
Okay. Let's go check the door on the end then.
Okay. So you just you all walk over towards the back door. Now you will remember you did spot, Flint, that there's one more trap wire.
There's a trap there. Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody want to go first on checking this trap door since the humans seem to deal with that tickle of a dart so easily.
Enough some tools to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to disarm the thing.
No, I hear him. Yeah, go for it. So that will be a thieves' tools check, which will just be a d20 with your dexterity modifier and your proficiency bonus. So probably +5. So d20 +5.
D20 first. I roll a 12.
+5, 17. That's enough. It's a relatively simple little contraption, and you can just see where the line sort of fits in to a little triggering mechanism, and you just tweak it so it slackens, and then the line sort of just fizzles out of it, and the dart is still stuck in there. And there it is. It is unarmed.
I can't believe I got hit by such a shoddy device. God.
It's better than a shark bite. So hold on 1 second. Sorry. What did we come to? The thing got disarmed.
Yeah, the little tripwire has been disarmed. You're in front of the double doors at the back of the hall.
Double doors, and we have not opened them yet.
You have not opened them yet, but you do know that the streak of blood leads towards this door.
Open it.
Well, could I do a perception check to open it warily?
That'd be more of a stealth check.
Stealth check? Who's got good stealth?
Perception's like for listening and looking at stuff.
Okay. Anybody want to do this the right way, opening this door?
I already did the last time. One of you do it.
I'll tell you right now, mine's not good.
All right. I'm going to do a perception roll to listen at the door.
All right, go for
it. Which is... I got to put my buff in there. 23.
23. Okay, yeah, you put your ear to the door, and you hear a man speaking in some sort of like rapture, as if he just keeps chanting and repeating something. And you hear, actually with a 23, you hear various words. You hear, Lord Nakresh, the Tiger King, the great Tiger King. And then he's sort of mumbling and mumbling. You hear summoning and bidding, offering. And then, Lord Nakresh, the Tiger King, again and again. Sort of over and over.
All
All
right,
right,
so how
let's-
dark is the hallway we're in?
There's a couple of like sconces and like little oil lanterns sort of swinging from the area. So
No.
it's dimly lit, but you can still see everything.
No natural light or anything.
Right.
No.
Okay.
What I have right now in terms of stealth stuff.
I would assume the faster we get at this guy, probably the best, because it sounds like he's chanting something. So he's got something prepped. He might not have any weapons ready.
I don't have anything. I'm just going to walk. Maybe take two or three steps back from the store.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I let the other two guys deal with this because remember I'm hurt. So that's why I
You
use my
could
turn.
take a short rest.
I'm hurt too, you know.
Yeah, but you're doing better off than I am.
If you're willing to wait about 20 minutes, you can roll some dice to get some health back if you're trying to prep yourselves up for this.
Is anything in these actions going to drastically change if we do that?
You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how much longer of this chanting this motherfucker's got.
You have no idea how long, if the chanting's doing anything or how successful he is in his chanting. But you know the people have been looking for him for a while, and he's still here.
I will go to the door and place my hand on it softly.
Uh-huh.
And I will attempt an Arcana check to sense if his words are gibberish or magic.
Good idea.
All right, go for it.
Batman.
11 and modifier 16.
16. So given from what he said and what you heard, it sounds like he's trying to do something magic, but it's not working. He's not actually saying anything arcane. It sounds like he's saying what he thinks is magic and it trying to work, but obviously it's not real. You as an arcanist know he's not doing something that he wants to, but he thinks he is.
Okay, so why don't we take a rest? Why don't we call his bluff and take a rest?
Okay, so you sort of sit out by the side of the door for about 20 minutes, sort of catch your breath. The guard at the other end of the hallway sort of looks down at you guys and like gives you like sort of a cocked head, but then goes back to watching.
It wasn't my choice, man.
So here's what you do when you short rest. You can roll a hit dice. So Evan, you can roll a D10, and Ryan, you can roll a D8, and then add your Constitution modifier to that roll, and you regain that health.
Okay, so I got a +4 on my D10.
So
11.
11. Okay, so you get 11 health back. And then
Yay!
Ryan, you rolled an 8, and then what's your Constitution modifier?
No, I'm still. I haven't rolled a D8 yet, so I rolled a. Oh fuck! I rolled an 8. Nice.
Okay, and then your Constitution modifier? Is it
Constitution modifier is. +2.
Okay, so you get back 10 hit points, and then you get back those hit dice when you finish a long rest.
All right,
I can't go past my max. I can't get past my maximum hit.
You cannot go past your max. No.
All right, so but I'm back to max.
You're back to max.
Yay!
All right.
I think I am too.
Very good. That's
Nice.
good.
Cool. All right, so human thief thing. You feeling up to doing a stealth opening of the door here?
Hey pal, I'm just a regular human.
The one who can disarm a door trap.
It's just regular, just human things. Hashtag just human things.
Okay, all right.
I don't like disarming traps for you guys, but whatever. All right, so I do a check for traps roll.
The trap has already been found by Flint earlier, and there's no other traps.
Okay, that's it. That's the only one. So
Yeah, and
Do
you
we-
disarmed it.
I don't need. I don't.
so
need
we're just opening the
It
door.
would- It would be a perception roll to check for more traps or to check for traps, but you don't need to if you don't want to.
I will take a. I will take a perception roll.
All right, go for it.
One.
20.
Coolio.
You find nothing else. It's all good. That was the one trap. It was the jerry-rigged thing.
I rolled. Yeah, well, I rolled a 16 for that.
It's that. Yeah, that's still enough to discern that there is nothing else.
So I'm just being too thorough. Sorry.
It's all no. Hey man,
I-
it's good.
I'd rather not get hit with another dart again.
It's a tutorial mission. You're learning.
This is just a tutorial mission, and I'm being like super cautious.
You saved our asses last.
Welcome to
time.
D&D.
How about you open this dang door and deal with this guy while I just go over here.
All right, so I have a quarterstaff in my equipment. I will take that, and I will use it to push the door open.
Forcefully, or you just sort of like
Forcefully, as to throw our clearly unwell objective off.
Freak him out. Make
Okay.
him terrified.
So you burst open the door and you see this long storage room where you see several crates and barrels, and behind them a large arcane symbol written in the floor with blood. There's a motionless body in white robes that lies crumpled in a corner, and at the center of this arcane symbol there's a figure in brown robes holding up some sort of necklace in one hand, and while his other at his side he clutches a bloody dagger. And he, even though you barreled open the door, he's still in the midst of his Lord Nakresh, the great Tiger King! You have returned and I have done your bidding. Summon me that I may lay this offering before you. Lord Nakresh, the great Tiger King! You have returned and I have done your bidding. And he's still in the middle of it.
And I take my staff and I put it, I bring it down, just resting it on his other shoulder, the arm where the knife is.
Oh, so
that
you-
way I can
so
tell
you-
if he's gonna move.
You walk up to
Yep.
him and just
Yep.
sort of
I walk
poke
up
him.
to him and I put it on his shoulder, and I tell him forcefully, "It's not going to work, amateur."
He sort of, upon getting his shoulder tapped, he sort of, he spins back and you see sort of a disheveled human male, his fingernails really long, like a wispy beard, sort of scraggly and going down near to his chest, wide eyes with huge rings under them, and looking at his eyes, you see that there's slits like a cat's eyes.
Oh my god. It's Rickety Cricket.
It is always a human male.
he backs up instinctively. He's just, who are you?
I am
Guys.
someone whose time you have wasted. Now I'm going to waste yours.
There's no time to be wasted. Lord Nakresh has returned, the rightful king of Alaman. He will take me back before I will spill this symbol with your blood, and then it'll work. Then it will work. Everyone, roll initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Oops.
I roll a 17.
17 as well.
8.
Nice. Well, not that one. All right. Okay. So it's a sort of a narrow passageway here. Over here by the barrels, it counts as 2 blocks of movement to get through them, since they're difficult terrain. That's the little arcane symbol right here. Here is Mr. Creepy Man. You have walked up right in front of him.
Sure have.
And then in the back, we have our guys. Bloop, bloop. Okay, so where am I thing again? Here we go. Okay, so Karnov and Merritt got 17. Yeah.
I got 17.
All right, and Flint, you got what was it?
For what now?
Your
For
initiative.
hit points?
Your initiative.
Oh, my initiative was 8.
8. Okay, so Karnov and Merritt, you guys go first.
I should probably lead this off since I'm in harm's way.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, since I'm like directly in front of him,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to reach out and cast another one of my cantrips, Shocking Grass.
Yep.
That's a melee spell attack.
Yep. So it's still a D20 plus 5.
So that's a 17 plus 5 for a grand total of 20. I'm blanking out. Sorry, 22.
That will hit.
All right, and that does a D8.
Mm-hmm.
4.
4 points of damage. Okay. So you reach out your hand and you put your hand on his shoulder and you give him this electric zap and he just he just laughs even louder.
I tased him, bro.
You taste him. Yes, you did.
That's my pal.
So it is now your turn, Merritt.
Alright, hold on, let me dig through this and see if I can still... Alright, just so I'm not wasting time on the book, is hide and shadow still a thing in this game?
You can at level 2 you can use a bonus action to hide, or you can use your regular action to hide. But if you're trying to get a sneak attack, since you have a friend in range with him, you'd still get it anyway.
I'm just gonna roll a thing to hide.
All right, so roll a stealth check.
It's a 20?
Just a 20, and then add plus 5. I assume you're proficient.
Plus 5, yeah, I'm proficient in it. So that's a 19.
A 19. Okay, let's see if he can see you. That is a 13 plus 1. So that's a 14. He does not notice you. As you slink off behind the barrels, I assume?
Hmm?
All right. Do you want to be, like, inside them? Like, sort of over here? Or do you want to be, like, at the back?
I want to be in the back of the barrels.
Back of the barrels. Okay, there you are.
Is he just hiding behind the barrels, or is he going inside of the barrel?
He's
That's-
a coward either way.
God damn it.
I'm hiding... Well, just you wait, sir.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah, he doesn't get a choice. He has to wait.
Okay, it is now the dude's turn.
Which the creepy dude?
It is now Creepy Dude's turn.
Okay, rickety crickets.
Rickety crickets indeed. He puts his arm out on your shoulder, Karnov, and you feel this dark necrotic wave sort of rush through his fingers. I would like you... Well, first he has to roll an attack roll. That is an 18 plus 3. That is a 21 to hit you.
Oh, jeez.
So I assume that hits.
Yes.
So you feel this dark necrotic wave just pulse from his fingers into your shoulder. You take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Hellish resistance doesn't come into play for that, right?
What is Hellish Rebuke, you mean?
Hellish resistance.
Is that... I think that's for fire damage, not necrotic.
Okay.
Let me double check real quick. But I believe that is correct. Fire damage, yeah. But this is necrotic,
Okay.
so you still take the full.
Okay, so how much was it?
9.
That's not good.
That was a roll. That was a low roll too. Let me say.
Wow.
That is a nasty spell he just did.
That is an F me up entirely spell is what that is.
That's why spellcasters don't get up in front of people.
He wasn't doing magic. He wasn't doing magic.
So
Well,
he
was
called honor calling his bluff. Oops.
Oops. Okay, well now it is your turn, Flint.
How are dwarves at throwing?
They're fine if you're proficient with the weapon.
If I'm contemplating just trying to throw my longsword at him,
I would not throw the longsword. However, your hand axes are suitable for throwing. They do have a thrown range.
Is the tiefling in my way of doing that?
No, I'm collapsed on the ground now.
I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna.
You can
ahead.
probably get to the side and throw it at a diagonal angle, and it would be fine. I'll say
Okay,
that.
I'm gonna move to the side so I can view him from from my right.
So
All right.
Okay, yeah. So you have to get about like
I'm
there
gonna-
to hit him with the hand axes
Okay.
thrown.
And hold on, just double checking my buff. My strength buff is 3, and I'm gonna roll my d20, and I have a 12.
To hit him,
Yep.
that will just miss. As you throw your axe, and you see the tiefling sort of like crumple in pain, and as he goes down, the cultist goes down with him, and the axe just whizzes right over his head, thunk, and sticks in the back. However, since you have 2 hand axes and you're dual wielding them, you can use your bonus action to throw the other one.
I'm gonna do that.
Then go for it.
Is it? Do I still get the attack buff?
Yeah, since you're a 2-weapon fighter, right?
Yes.
Then you do get the damage buff for that one too.
19.
19, that will hit. So roll a d6 plus 3.
D6 plus 3. Oops. 7.
7 points, nice. So, this time you throw it, and it hits him right in the shoulder. Ah! Not crush! Close my wounds! He shouts out.
That's like some. That's like out of Ace Ventura.
Thank you!
The white devil?
So now it's just... So you're fighting just a blood-crazed Jim
The
Carrey.
spears in the thighs.
Alright, Karnov and Merritt, it is back to you guys.
So I mean, when I say that screwed me up, I mean like I probably need to do a death save, and I've never done that.
I mean, if you still have hit points, you're still good.
I don't.
You don't have hit points.
I don't. No.
Oh, you should have told me that. Okay, yeah. So you saw Karnov go down. In which case, yes, roll a death saving throw. It is just.
How do I do that?
It is just
I've never done that.
it's a plain D20.
I've never screwed up so hard before.
That is okay.
10.
10. That is a success. So you're fine.
Okay.
Once you get 3 successes, you are stabilized, and if you get 3 failures, you die.
Okay.
If you roll a 20, you're back up at 1 hit point instantly. If you roll a 1, it counts as 2 failures.
Okay.
Death
So
saves.
every turn I just take a
Yep.
take a roll. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Merritt, it is you.
I'm fine where I am.
You are hidden, so you
We're gonna
could
string him up.
you would
later.
have advantage if you attacked him because he does not know where you are. If that is
Fine.
of any consideration, you're fine. Is that okay? Well, you're not doing anything, Merritt. You're holding tight. Sorry,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Okay. Your audio is cutting out again, so that's why I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I wish my character was less of an asshole, but yeah.
I mean, do you really wish that though? Because it's
Don't
no
care
fun to
about
not be.
All right. Well, okay. If you're abandoning your turn, then it is down to the cultist's turn, and now he looks at this mad dwarf that has just thrown an axe right into him. It's still sticking in his shoulder, by the way. And he looks at it. He's and he is going to he holds out his hand and he shouts, "Nakresh, strike the short one down." And you watch as Flint as a great axe made of light appears right next to you and goes for a strike.
Can I dodge it?
No,
Oh,
you are not a rogue. Or you could have taken the dodge action, but you did not.
ah,
But that's okay, because then you can't attack when you do that.
right.
Okay. So the axe swings out at you and rolls a 2. So that's a 5 to hit you. I'd assume that is not. So this axe swings.
Yeah.
Woof, and actually, it swings so high because he's used to attacking humans, so it just goes right over your head.
I am only 4 feet, so.
Yeah, and he's Nakresh! And you look above you as this little spurt of fire shoots down. as he's able to cast 2 spells in rapid succession. I would like you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
My dexterity is 1. And that's do I roll a 20 for a saving throw?
Yep. Roll a 20, add the 1.
Got an 11.
You got an 11. All right. That is just what you needed. As the fire comes down and you dart away from it and it hits the floor to no effect. And now it is your turn.
Oh, it is my turn. How far am I from him? I'm
You
probably
are
about
currently 5, 10. You're 15 feet away. Sorry.
15 feet. I was gonna guess about like 10. All right, I'm gonna move a little bit closer to him and draw my long sword.
Okay. Are you gonna get into melee distance? You can get basically anywhere over here. 1, 2.
I'll go over to his right, kind of.
So right here.
Yeah, that way the tiefling doesn't get damaged.
Yeah. You can attack diagonal. That's fine.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna attack him.
Go for it.
Let's do that, and I got an 11.
An 11 to hit.
Yeah.
That is
Is that a hit?
That is going to be a
Okay.
miss, unfortunately.
Damn it.
As you swing at him, and he just, Nokresh protects me, you fool.
What an annoying little dude.
Karnov, roll me that death save.
All right, here we go.
What?
9.
That is a failure.
Okay.
You want to get higher than 10.
Okay.
So you're at 1 death. You're at 1 success, 1 failure. Merit.
Oh, did I pick up that that dart?
Yeah, you have it. You have the little contraption.
All right. I am going to if I throw the dart at him,
Mm-hmm.
will it? Well, is it possible for me to disassemble the dart, dip my dagger in poison, and then throw it at him?
You could throw the dart at him, but I would not. You can't like smear the dart poison on your dagger and throw it in one turn.
Not enough.
You could shoot the dart at him, or you could throw your dagger, but not both.
I am going to put my arm up and throw the dart at him. So,
Okay, you roll with advantage.
right?
So you roll
And-
the d20 twice, and you take the higher number, and then add your dexterity to it.
Right? It's 13, and the second number was 18.
Okay, so 18 plus 5, that'll definitely hit. So he has to make a saving throw, and he fails it. So he gets how much is that? 4 points of poison damage. And then since you threw it while an ally was engaged with him, you also get your sneak attack damage. So
Ooh.
you roll an extra d6 and deal that as well.
Oh boy.
4.
4. All right. I need to get a new pen. This is starting to run out of ink. Okay, so you throw the dart. You throw the dart, and it hits him right in the neck as you hit with pinpoint accuracy, since he had no idea where you were. You could just aim it perfectly. And it zips through the air, hits him right in the neck, and you see his neck sort of bulge and pulse as one of his veins turns to black. And you see before you, Flint, he starts sort of looking like weary as he sort of sways back and forth. He looks to be like that slowed him down a little bit and hurt him. And now it is his turn. And he will... Oh, actually, he needs to roll a... Okay, he maintains concentration on his magic sword. Which then he uses his bonus action to move the big axe back over to you. Here, I'll say that this is it. And he moves it back over to you, Flint. And it swings at you.
Okay.
And that is an 11 to hit.
Which is
which is not
My
16.
my armor's 16. Yeah.
So once again, the great axe comes at you, and you just whoosh, duck out of the way. And it's to no avail. And he just looks at you. And says, crash. And he just lunges at you with his dagger. But you can see the poison has clearly slowed him, and he will roll at disadvantage for this attack. And it's a good thing he did, because I rolled a natural 20 and a 4.
Oh no!
So
Fuck.
no, that's good. Disadvantage
Oh.
means he has to take the 4. So
Oh.
he misses and he doesn't crit you. As he sort of drunkenly from the poison sort of staggers forward with the dagger, and you just like flick it away, like come on, man. And that is it, and that is his turn. Flint, it is now back to you.
All right. I'm gonna. So the guy's on the floor beneath me.
You talking about Karnov, or are you talking about the guy who was murdered?
Oh wait, is he dead?
Karnov is still fine. He's lying next to you to your right.
Yeah.
He's just sort of crumpled on the ground sleeping. And
What
then,
about Rickety?
Rickety is still in front of you. He's sort
Okay.
of swaying around, but
Okay, so he's standing, but he's just kind of discombobulated.
He's standing. Yeah, he's a little disoriented. He looks like he's shaking it off.
All right. I might kind of go with like a horizontal attack with my long sword, kind of like lower, like kind of like at his knees or his shins or something.
All right, go for it. Roll an attack.
Modifier 3. I've got 11 again.
11 again. You're just not getting them.
Not getting him.
As you swing, his sort of drunken swaying makes him harder to hit, and he's moving unpredictably, and he just
God damn
and it whizzes by
it.
him.
Okay.
Karnov.
Here we go.
Roll that death save.
Ha! Another fail. It's a 4. Oh boy. Can we wrap this up, folks? Because I'm not doing so here.
Okay.
Trying to. I'm giving it my best.
Also,
I don't know what else I have to use. I use both of my hand axes.
Flint, you
although
can-
they're behind me.
you can take an action to try and stabilize him. It is a
To
thing.
stabilize
Karnov.
Oh, okay.
To prevent him from dying. You can do that.
Can I do that apart from my turn?
No. You
Or
have
does
to
it
wait.
have to be on? All right, I'll do it on my next turn.
All
'Cause
right.
I'm kind of flying solo here.
And then,
Yeah, jeez.
speaking of which, Merritt, it is your time to shine.
All right, so am I still hidden?
At this point, no. He probably noticed that some dude by the barrels threw a dart at him, but you would still get sneak attack damage because you have an ally in combat with him.
All right, can I? Do I have proficiency with my dagger?
Yes, of course you do. It
All right, so
is a
I'm
rogue
gonna
staple.
Throw my dang.
Yep.
I'm going to throw my dang dagger at the guy.
You
Am I
dang
at an
danger.
angle? Am I at an angle that I wouldn't hit the dwarf?
Yeah, you're fine. He's short. It's easy to whiz right over him.
Aw.
So I'm going to throw this goddamn dagger at this crazy dude's head.
Go for it.
So what do I need to?
So
Alright,
it's
so I need to
it's a
roll a
D20,
D20?
D20 plus 5.
Right. I roll a 15 plus 5.
That will hit. So you roll a D4 plus your dexterity modifier, and then a D6 for your sneak attack.
3 is my D4. My
Okay.
dexterity is
That's 3.
and what else do I need to add to this?
A D6.
Another D6. So a
Yep.
D6. So 2 D6s.
No, just 1 D6. Because you're level 1.
3. The D6 was 3, and then my other one was 3. So I do 6 points. of
Okay,
damage
so
to
you,
him?
so you do 9 points. So you do 3 points from the dagger is a D4. The sneak attack is a D6, and then you also add your dexterity modifier. So you do 9 points of damage.
Wonderful.
As you throw it out, and it stabs right in his chest. He's
No.
not crush, and he looks like he's just barely hanging on. And you also
Let
have
this asshole die.
since you threw a dagger, you can use your bonus action to throw your other one if you wish. If you have 2 daggers, because a dagger is a light weapon and you can dual wield them.
Sure. Let's fuck him up. All right. So I'm gonna roll my D20. I roll. A 16?
A 16 will hit, so this will be a D4, but that's it. No modifier on offhand attack.
Natural 4.
All right. So, whooshing, it sticks into him, and he just goes, "Not gross," and he falls over dead. As both of the daggers have slain the cultists of Notcrash.
Thank Lord.
Oh, who's the coward now, pals?
You
You,
shout
Bill.
from behind the barrels. So,
So, do I get to walk over to his body and take my daggers out of there?
yeah, and Flint, you can go take your axes too. From out of the wall and his shoulder. I need to invest in that extra webcam. This is a little janky. But it works.
All right, so we're still in this room.
You're still in the room, yep. And there's now a
Um,
dead cultist, a dead man, and a sigil written in blood on the floor.
First things first, I'm going to try to open up one of these barrels.
Do I like come back with like 1 health now?
I'll say for the purposes that, yeah, if Flint bends down and just sort of like, gives you a little like, "Hey, buddy," and sort of like,
Yeah,
Gives you-
I will do.
gives him
I will do that action.
gives him a little bit of like, shark meat, and sort of it's
I
like
still
it's
have
like
that on me?
yeah, sure. It was you took it down with you, I assume. It's,
I guess I just figured
You
I'd
seem
finished
to
it.
like it.
oh, okay, yeah.
You seem to like it and wanted to save it.
It's salty, so you can use like a smell salt. And yeah, I'll say that for the purposes of this, that Karnov, you're back up to 1 hit point.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that or no?
No, I'll say that without out of the heat of combat, it's relatively easy to just sort of
Okay.
wake him up, resuscitate
Alright,
him,
so-
give him a little bit of water. He didn't have
He
any.
wasn't
Where-
using magic. That's the best
But-
that I can muster right now.
We're in a room with a bunch of dead bodies and some sigil and all sorts of bullshit, right?
2 dead bodies, yes.
All right. I'm going to take a perception. I'm going to take an investigation roll and take a look at the sigil.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Actually,
I have a
it would be an Arcana check, than an investigation.
All right, and what do I need to do for that? A 6 or a
It'd be a D20 plus any Arcana that you have.
I roll a 17, and I think my investigation bonus is a plus.
Well,
plus
it's Arcana, not investigation.
Arcana. Do I have Arcana?
You probably don't.
I do. I have +2 to Arcana.
Oh, okay. Then what'd you roll?
I rolled a 17.
You rolled a 17. Okay. Yeah, that's probably enough. So since you've had dealings with wizards and you know a little bit about their houses since you've been in one on that one precarious day, you recognize that this is a teleportation circle, but it is badly done and ineffective.
Oh, this is really bad. Never seen one of these before. Oh, no, sir.
Karnov, you can also do an Arcana check if you wish to know what it is.
Yeah, I will.
Since Merritt is not divulging that info.
15 plus 5, so 20, but not natural.
Yeah, you definitely know. It is an attempted teleportation circle.
Again, poorly done. I do not know how he managed to pull off what he did on me.
But with a 20 Arcana, you also smell the slight smell of ozone. You sort of feel a tremor from the necklace that he was holding.
I will go and inspect it.
Okay, you pick it up, and it is a silver chain, and there is a amulet with a golden base. And looking at the amulet, you can see that there is a small lock in the center of it, encrusted with rubies. And by each, on each side, like flanking both sides of the lock, there is a carved bear. And you notice that the bears are made of platinum, and that there are several little runes sort of strewn about it.
This is far too valuable for a common killer to have. Can I run another check on it?
Yes. What would you like to know?
Let's run another Arcana check since I was feeling something
All right, go for it.
specifically on the necklace. 10.
10. I mean, you're right that it probably wasn't his. You surmise that this is the thing that he killed the guy for, but you don't know what it is.
Happen to have an identify spell saved up for today, or did you even learn that?
To learn what?
The spell
Sorry,
identified.
You have an spell identify, yeah.
I don't.
I looked over your spell list.
have
I
that
don't
one.
believe you have that one.
No, I don't.
That would have been cool.
So you'll have to.
Yeah, that would have been handy.
You'll have
Jeez.
to find someone who does.
Well, whatever this is, it seems to be worth a lot of money, and you know I could use that.
I glare at him.
So, should we tell them that we just found this guy and we killed her, and we just don't tell them that we found this necklace, or do we?
We
Up to
definitely do not tell them we found this necklace.
All we were
Very-
told to do was tell him to fuck off. So
That is correct,
That is
and I agree
true.
with both of you.
I'm
This is the
curious
first-
as to the actual identity of our victim.
Okay. Yeah, he's still dead in a corner.
yeah, I agree. Let's look at him and kind of see if he seems to be the same person that owned the journal that we were looking at.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check on that, or would that be something else?
That'd probably be more of an investigation because you're sort of like
Investigation?
studying him.
Okay, well I have no investigation points.
I do it.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
All right, D20.
Yeah.
I roll a 16. I roll a 16.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you sort of turn him over. He was crumpled to the side. He is a human man, probably in his 50s. Got sort of a gray beard. His throat has been cut. He's also been stabbed in the gut. He's wearing bright red robes that are also sort of adorned with like silver and gold, except for obviously all the bloodstains. He has sort of a little satchel at his hip. And you can actually see around his neck there is sort of like red indentations of like of the chain. Like you assume that this guy it's like a tan line around his neck that he basically wore the chain like 24/7.
I do a second investigation check to confirm whether this guy is a wizard or not.
It'd be an Arcana check, but yeah, you can do it.
All right, so another D20.
Yeah.
Let me roll. A 19.
Oof.
He doesn't seem particularly like powerful or wizardy. He might have known some magic, obviously, because he was carrying around a magic artifact, or not artifact. But he doesn't seem like he was an influential wizard at all. No, he might have been a low-level mage of some sort, but you can't really tell.
Oh,
He's not
this is
familiar.
the first
to
time I've
me.
been around. This isn't the first time I've been around a dead. I mean, nothing.
You are very bad at this.
I have a
That's not
backstory
in meta.
that no, I don't.
Yeah, that's not in meta. That's my character's response to that.
I understand. Yeah.
Bad liar.
Get used to that. This guy. So this gentleman was some kind of mage. I'm gonna probably an apprentice. So why do you suppose that this, I don't know, this 50-year-old guy who, I don't know, considering that he wasn't that good at it, had this item on him?
He was protecting it. Clearly.
Well, you do remember that
delivering.
Axel told you that he was the royal envoy. He worked for the royal family, and he was returning to the princess.
Correct. So he was carrying it to somebody.
Yeah, or well, you get the impression not that he was transporting it as much as it is like he wore it all the time, like it was his.
Could it be a protection charm of some sort, maybe?
You don't know. So at this point, you hear sort of the door open, like, and you see like the guard that was watching the hallway be like, "Okay, cool. It looks like you got it. I'm gonna go get Axel then." And he sort of.
Oh, so he was in on this too, huh?
No, he was just he heard obviously some commotion, and then he waited for it to die down, and now he's checking it again. He realized, okay, you guys are still alive.
All right,
So-
you handled this.
Yeah. So he's gonna go. You hear him scurry off. Is there anything else that you'd like to do in this room?
I'm gonna pocket that necklace for the time being.
All right, you have the necklace. So right in your equipment, necklace of the envoy. That's not its
I'm gonna
official.
look at this wizard. Can I check and see this wizard has anything on him?
You mean the cultist that you guys just killed?
No. The dead guy. If he has anything on him. The other
He
dead
has
guy.
his little satchel. Yes.
Oh yeah, dwarf. Do you want to eat the killer?
No, I'm good.
I'm gonna take the wizard's satchel.
Okay. So you take the little satchel. It has 20 silver pieces and a minor potion of healing.
Well done.
Hmm.
And that is about it. It looks
Fine
like,
by that.
Mm-hmm. So you can write down
Let's
20,
get outta here.
20 SP and a potion of healing.
Oh.
Okay.
That'll do.
That'll do. Okay, so eventually Axel walks back down into the room. And he looks around and he's like, all right. Yeah, good work. You really are an effective lot. That's good. You'll need that in the jungle. Well then, anything you found is yours. Take that as the payment. Not getting anything else out of me other than a hearty thank you and first line and dinner. Huh? How about that? Sort of
I didn't see anything. You didn't see anything.
fair enough. So he sort of
Gone.
pats you all on the shoulder. Yeah, he walks off. He's like, all right,
All right.
you should probably leave this room. I gotta get some cleanup boys in here. The blood's a little too grisly. You know what I mean? So, he sort of ushers you all out of the room. And you see now people sort of returning back to their bunks and their cabins. And you all, it's about midday. You're served a nice lunch of the freshest fish. You guys,
Oh, good.
the three of
It
you.
is definitely more fish, man.
It is definitely one of the Sharkmen roasted over, and somehow talking about Sharkmen activated Siri.
I pass over to the other two 6 silver pieces apiece.
All right, so you guys both can mark down in your sheet. Over in equipment, there's like little like SP, CP, GP. SP is silver pieces. So write down 6 in each of those.
Means I keep 8 for myself.
Yep. So very good. So you have a lunch, dinner. All the guards sort of thank you for your service and your help. And you tuck in for a long night's sleep. And then is there anything else that you guys would like to do on the ship? You are 3 days out from the jungle.
Better to keep my head down. There's almost never just one killer.
Yeah, I'm probably. I'm gonna keep my head down, but cautiously and kind of keep an eye on people. I would think.
Me as well, yeah.
So the next 3 days pass by uneventfully. Everyone's still
Okay.
sort of shooken up and scared, but they're sort of growing around. They're getting warmer and more sort of comfortable.
Is that a full rest then?
Yes. Everyone long rested. You get your hit dice back. You're all back up to full health. You have all your spells back. And it's 3 long rests, so you guys are definitely good.
Do we get any XP at this point, or are we just that quite yet?
I will let you know at the end.
Okay.
So, on the 3rd day, you hear like the bell of the ship. Gung, 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 gung. Making our way to port. Gung, 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 gung. Everyone to the deck. Gather up your things. Gung, 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 gung. So everyone converges up on top of the deck. And the boat sort of passes by. The sun is shining right over you. And you see probably about 10 miles ahead of you, a massive city sticking out of a peninsula, and the surrounding land is just a thick canopy of jungle, trees, and trees that shouldn't be together. There's pines, oaks, and thick jungle that just all sort of clumped together in this wild terrain, and just this glorious city sticking out of it. And you can see within the city there's buildings of all various makes. There's some that are very like spire-like and seem to have like gears spinning and shooting steam. In the middle of the city, there's this huge acropolis of land that juts out, and on top of it, there is a palace entirely made of gold. And off in the corner, you see what looks to be just more trees, just like a little commune of trees within the city itself. You can just see this whole place is teeming with life, and various districts, all with a different flavor of their own. And Axel walks up to the three of you. He says, "Now, take a word of my advice. You three should stick together. Helps to have friends in the jungle. Gets a little beastly. You know what I mean. Now, if you're looking for any help in the docks, there's a guy named Kerr. He'll try to set you up with any housing. If you have any need for anything of the magical sort, well, there's this guy. He's called Greenie. You'll find him. He's easy to find. Good luck out there." He sort of struts off. He lights up another cigar. Starts ordering around some of the guards.
I yelled to him, "Where's the nearest tavern?"
"Well, it's right where you dock, boy. There's taverns all over the city." So he's smoking a cigar. Keeps going. And so you look out into the city coming up towards you and all the potential, your new life about to start. And we'll pick it up on the next episode of The Dungeon, folks.
Dun.
Aw, shit.
Welcome to the jungle.
Oh god, no.
Don't worry, it sounds nothing like
yeah.
it.
So, I'm doing milestone leveling since I don't do XP. It's too much number crunching and leads to grinding, and it's boring.
Okay, so we just level up at the end of a session?
At certain points in the story, I'll be like, okay, you guys level up now. And this is one of those points. Everyone is now level 2 as we enter the city.
Okay.
And so I'll help you guys all out with that off stream, so if you all need help with the nitty gritty. And hopefully next week we can get more of our players in here. And I'll rope them into the narrative. And we'll pick it up from there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If anyone did tune in, I hope you had fun. I know I did. I love this game. And I love playing it. And I'm sure all my players will love playing it, too. And, I just can't wait to see where this goes. I'm glad this is finally starting up. And, thanks for coming in. Check us all out at the Young Folks. We had a bunch of cool stuff going on over there. And that's about it. Hope everyone has a great night.
Cheers.
And we'll see you next week when we roll some dice, kill some monsters, get some loot in the dungeon. See you next time, everybody.